Hey everyone, looks like I am white. So today I wanted to kind of show the first step that I sort of teach when I do lessons, which I am doing lessons again. If you want to know more about that, I have my Patreon link in the description. But the first thing I normally start teaching when the lessons first start is to just over defend everything. So like here there's an invasion, so just jump. And the idea is you need to learn like what a weak group is, and as you get used to what a weak group is, then you can start to be more efficient. So like all these moves are probably a little bit unnecessary because you probably could have spent one or two moves defending, but if you don't really know what a solid move is, then you kind of just have to over defend and slowly figure it out that way. So for example, if you over defend and then that group still gets attacked or it still gets cut off or still dies, that means you're doing something very wrong and you need to do something to fix it and take a good look at it at what you're doing wrong. So this is a Fox 1Q, and so I think even just over defending everything is probably enough to win at 1Q, and he's doing a pretty good job defending as well. So we defended this, this one probably doesn't need defending, but let's just add a move to make it as strong as possible. Yep, we'll defend the corner. We'll go here. So playing this right now is technically too small, but since we're just focusing on defending, we're going to go ahead and play it. And yeah, so everything is pretty much defended. So now that we just have strong groups everywhere, we can start thinking about invasions. So he defended this pretty well. This one he kind of defended with this. So the only real weakness would be something down here. And because we don't really have any weak groups, we aren't really too worried about it. So we can just jump in and see what happens. It's just this group we'll want to defend and make it as strong as possible as soon as possible. We're not going to just invade and then start nuking everything. We'll play this one because we're starting to connect. These are all connected, and we want to make this group strong. So I think we'll just Atari and connect. So now we have a pretty nice connected shape here. And his group is looking a little bit weak, but we're not going to worry about that for now. Instead, we have a weak group, so we're just going to try and run out. Okay, stay connected. Okay, he tries to connect, and we're just going to try and connect to our group over here. He's trying to stop us from connecting, so we could be a little bit fancy and play something like here, here, and then peep here, threatening to cut the whole thing off, but we're just going to focus on trying to stay connected. Okay. Just go ahead and stay connected. There's a push here. So we're even just going to add a move here to make sure there's no cutting points left. He does cut, but we have already fixed our cutting points. So we should be able to just capture this. Yep, stay connected. He connects. We're pretty much already connected. So now that this is all connected, we're strong. Now we can look at weaknesses again. So this group is looking a little bit weak. There's still a cut here. This group looks the easiest to do something. So, not sure. There is a attachment here that's a little bit worrying, so we'll just go ahead and play it and kind of threaten a monkey jump and block. And so now we have a monkey jump on this side. Okay, so everything's defended. Let's poke over here because he can't really cut this off. We'll do a little squeeze here just to get an extra move here. Okay, he did this one. It's a little bit wrong because now we can play this one. It might be a little bit too slow right now, so we'll look at something else. So this is all connected and strong. This is connected and strong, and this group's weak. So now we can just cut here. We don't have to try anything fancy. He runs out, and we're just going to stay connected. And since we're connected, we can just push through and be as aggressive as we want. I'm not sure why this one, but we're just going to keep extending because now this group's weak. All of our stones are connected, and we're just going to keep running out because now he has to do something to live over here. Up, stay connected, and he jumps. Not much he can do here. Like if he goes here, we go here, it's captured. If he peeps, we capture. So now I think we are just going to run this way because we're reducing his potential here and also still putting some pressure on this group. And let's see if we can do anything. We'll attach here. I don't think we will ever invade here. So we can kind of do like a leaning attack. Okay. Let's peep here, see if we can reduce this. Yep, he just blocks. Okay, so let's make this a little bit stronger connection here. And we'll fix our cutting point while also maybe reducing his liberties a little bit, or his eye shape. Yep, same here. We're just going to stay connected. We're not going to try super hard to kill this. Just make sure everything is nice and connected. Yep, extend. So everything's connected. He still isn't 100% alive. Like we can even like go here and then here. Yep, we'll just extend, make sure nothing gets cut off. And I don't think we want to let him connect too easily. And we are connected everywhere, so we shouldn't have to really worry about anything. We can just focus on cutting stuff off. Okay, so he's doing that one. There is a bit of a attachment here, so we'll just again try and keep everything connected. Yep, stay connected. And connect. Okay, so he has one eye here. And maybe we can get rid of this one. Let's just kind of poke around and see. Yep, peep. Then we can throw in. And yeah, it's pretty much alive. Okay, but we're all connected. We can be as aggressive as we want. So like even here, since we're so strong here, we have this wall. I would even consider like we can just invade here because we just have so many things we can connect to. So we can push once. I believe we can go here because if we capture the one stone, we should be able to live in the corner. And now we just have to run out, which we can connect this way or here. So either way is fine. He still has a cutting point he has to worry about later. Yep, well, Atari. And if he goes here, here, we can cut. So we can go ahead and save this. He blocks. We do have Atari, so then we'll go back and connect here as well. Yep, we'll save that. So he can kind of throw in here later, but he can't Atari right away. Okay, so we're doing some in-game. Okay, not bad. We'll go ahead and do this one because there is like a double Atari here we have to pay attention to. And this monkey jump is pretty big. I think we'll do a small one because I want to try and keep Sente here. And so he blocks. We can turn here, we can push here, and there's some Ataris and stuff we can do. And peep. And push. And since we're connected everywhere, we're not worried about him cutting off parts of it. In fact, if he goes here and we connect, we can then Atari, and then maybe he's in trouble. But for now, we'll just keep reducing. And he never did this one, so we'll go ahead and play here. It's probably not worth throwing in, but we'll go ahead and do it. I'm not really losing anything. Okay, he connects. And yeah, I think it's just small end game from here. Maybe we can peep, but it seems a little bit risky. I think we'll just play something here, which is trying to stay as connected as possible. Okay, and then he resigns. Yeah, it says we're winning by about 30 points. So yeah, I didn't really do anything. I just defended everything I could, and even more than I really needed to. And even at 1Q on Fox, that's enough to win. Like if I feel like if you try to over defend and your groups are still getting weak, they're still getting attacked, then that's something you gotta look into because something is wrong with that. A lot of people I know, especially students at first, they think something's strong, but they don't really understand why it's strong. And a lot of times they're wrong. Um, so you have to like develop that intuition of what a strong group is, what a weak group is, and why. And this is like the first step I go through. I have them over defend everything, and then once they get that, then we move on to step 2, which is keeping your group strong, but also keeping your opponent's groups weak. Probably the next video will be on that part. But hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time.